In a major development for the South Asian region, Pakistan is expected to receive the 5th-generation Chinese J-35 stealth fighter by the year 2026. This isn't just another defense deal, it has the potential to change the power balance in the skies over South Asia. The J-35, also known as the FC-31, is China's next-generation stealth fighter designed for low observability, high maneuverability, and advanced electronic warfare. It incorporates radar-evading features, advanced avionics, and internal weapons bays. If delivered on schedule, it will be Pakistan's first true stealth platform and could mark its entry into the 5th-generation air combat era. While Pakistan moves ahead with a stealth-capable air force, India faces a critical gap. The Indian Air Force, although equipped with powerful 4th-generation and 4.5-generation fighters like the Su-30 Mki, Rafale, and Tejas Mk-1, currently does not possess any stealth aircraft. India has neither procured stealth fighters from the United States like the F-35, nor moved forward with Russia on the Su-57-based FGFA program, which was shelved years ago. Instead, India has opted to develop its own 5th-generation aircraft, the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, or AMCA, which is still in the development phase and not expected to enter service before 2035. That gives Pakistan nearly a 9-year head start in deploying 5th-generation fighters, a gap that could have real strategic consequences. Now let's talk about why stealth is so important, and why this head start matters. In modern aerial warfare, victory is no longer determined solely by speed, firepower, or maneuverability. The most decisive factor is often information dominance, the ability to see the enemy before being seen. Stealth fighters are designed to operate in this invisible space. They are hard to detect, harder to target, and deadly once in range. Stealth gives the ability to enter contested airspace, conduct surveillance, and strike high-value targets, all without triggering enemy radar systems. In short, stealth means a nation can carry out offensive or defensive operations with a lower risk of detection and retaliation. A real-world example of this was seen in 2024, when Israeli F-35s reportedly entered Iranian airspace and carried out surgical strikes on radar installations and air defense systems. The Iranian military, equipped with Russian-made S-300 air defense systems, was unable to detect or intercept the incoming fighters. Multiple radar stations and missile sites were destroyed in a single coordinated operation, and Israel's aircraft returned safely. This incident demonstrated, in no uncertain terms, the kind of advantage stealth provides in high-stakes environments. So what happens if Pakistan gains similar capabilities through the J-35? Pakistan's acquisition of the J-35 would mean that it could field an aircraft that is virtually invisible to India's current radar and early warning systems. In a hypothetical conflict or even during routine high-alert scenarios, Pakistan's Air Force would gain the ability to operate in areas that were previously risky or inaccessible. With stealth jets, they could target key infrastructure, command centers, and radar facilities deep inside Indian territory, often before India's air defenses even know they're there. That would give Pakistan a dangerous first strike advantage and greater leverage in any escalation. India, on the other hand, would be in a vulnerable position. Its existing fighters, while powerful, are all non-stealth platforms. This means they are visible to modern radar systems, especially when flying offensive missions. Even the Rafale, which has some stealthy features like reduced radar cross-section, is not a true stealth fighter. If India is caught in a situation where it needs to defend against a stealth-equipped adversary, its existing fleet could struggle to detect and engage the threat effectively. And remember, stealth is not just about radar evasion. It is also about networked warfare, sensor fusion, data dominance, and electronic warfare superiority. Stealth fighters like the J-35 or the F-35 are equipped with cutting-edge electronic suites that allow them to absorb information from multiple sources, jam enemy signals, and feed battlefield intelligence in real time. They are not just fighter jets, they are flying command centers. This creates another layer of advantage that India currently lacks. Now, to be clear, India is not sitting idle. The AMCA program is a serious effort aimed at closing the gap. Once completed, the AMCA is expected to feature all the hallmarks of a 5th-generation stealth platform, including internal weapon bays, advanced composites for radar reduction, and supercruise capability. India is also collaborating with international partners like the United States for jet engine technology and with Israel for sensor and electronic warfare systems. But even under optimistic timelines, the AMCA won't enter production until early 2030s, and widespread deployment may not happen before 2035. Until then, India will have to rely on upgraded versions of its current fleet, and that's a major concern. There are several possible scenarios India could face in this upcoming window of disadvantage. In the event of a limited border conflict or an escalation along the line of control, Pakistan's use of stealth aircraft could provide a psychological and tactical edge. India's ability to patrol airspace, intercept threats, and project power could be challenged like never before. Worse, any preemptive strike option would be far more dangerous for India than it is for Pakistan. So, what should India do? First, India needs to accelerate the AMCA program. This means removing bureaucratic delays, securing consistent funding, and ensuring seamless collaboration between HAL, DRDO, and international technology partners. There needs to be a focused national effort to bring the AMCA to operational status before 2035, ideally before 2030 if possible. Second, India should consider interim stealth solutions. This might include leasing stealth aircraft from allies or entering into joint development or technology sharing agreements. For example, closer cooperation with the US on the F-35 platform, even if only for limited use, could help build familiarity and plug the gap temporarily. Some analysts also suggest revisiting talks with Russia on acquiring limited units of the Su-57, although concerns about reliability and cost remain. Third, India must invest in anti-stealth technologies. These include passive radar systems, multi-static radar arrays, quantum radar, and infrared search and track systems. No stealth aircraft is completely invisible, it's about making detection hard enough that an opponent cannot respond in time. By investing in cutting-edge detection technology, India can start to level the playing field, even without deploying stealth jets of its own. Fourth, India should use this time to modernize its current fleet further. Upgrades to the Su-30 Mki, Tejas Mk-1A, and Rafale should include enhanced ESA radars, long-range air-to-air missiles, and greater networking capability. Modern war is no longer about standalone platforms, it's about how effectively systems talk to each other, how fast data flows, and how quickly pilots can act on that data. Fifth, India must conduct realistic war games and simulations involving stealth threats. Knowing how to counter stealth aircraft requires new doctrine, new tactics, and new rules of engagement. The Indian Air Force should prioritize training and scenario-based planning that assumes Pakistan has stealth aircraft, and learns how to respond effectively under those conditions. Lastly, India should focus on building strategic alliances with countries that have operational stealth experience. Joint exercises with Israel, the United States, France, and even Japan could help India absorb knowledge and tactics much faster than developing them in isolation. Shared intelligence, early warning collaboration, and coordinated air defense networks may also reduce some of the risk stealth aircraft pose. In conclusion, Pakistan's likely acquisition of the J-35 by 2026 is not just a symbolic shift. It represents the beginning of a new chapter in South Asian air power, one where stealth technology could determine who has the advantage, who strikes first, and who sets the rules. India, by aiming to go fully indigenous with AMCA, is taking a bold and commendable step, but the reality is that time is not on its side. The stealth gap is real, and unless addressed urgently, it could leave India at a significant disadvantage in any aerial confrontation over the next decade. The next few years will define whether India can remain dominant in the skies, or whether it risks falling behind in the era of fifth-generation warfare. In this new environment, the nation that sees first and strikes first will almost always win. And the nation that cannot see the threat until it's too late may never get the chance to respond at all.